Welcome to The Explainer. Right, let's dive straight into this. Today we're unpacking a highly specific and honestly kind of provocative social phenomenon. We're looking at some pretty wild claims made by the popular YouTube channel Japan Curious. They recently highlighted a trend that literally turns traditional relationship dynamics completely upside down. If you're into understanding the changing landscape of modern dating, social behaviors, and family planning, well, you're going to find this absolutely fascinating. So, here is the big question. Why are some women in Japan exclusively seeking out foreign men? Actually, the really interesting part there is the word exclusively, right? Because we're not talking about your everyday international dating or, cultural exchange. The source material outlines a super targeted search where the partner's background is the single most defining criteria. But as you're about to see, the end goal, it's definitely not what you'd expect when you hear the word dating.
Section 1. A shocking Japanese trend.
According to Japan Curious, this is a trend most people have probably never even heard of before. We're talking about incredibly niche social behavior that completely bypasses the standard, romance and courtship playbook. Because here's the crucial point. The goal is just to have mixed babies. Just let that sink in for a second. The claim being made is that these specific women are seeking out foreign men solely to procreate. That is the beginning, the middle, and the absolute end of the whole shebang. It completely strips away all those usual layers of partnership, mutual interest, or shared lives, basically reducing the whole interaction down to genetics and unilateral family building.
Moving on to Section 2. The first date ultimatum.
So how do these interactions actually play out in the real world? Like, how do you even communicate a goal that specific? Well, according to the source video, it is incredibly blunt. Let's deconstruct the encounter based on the claims. The rules are pretty absolute. 1. No relationship desired. 2. Zero interest in the man's culture. And 3. It is purely about the baby. Normally with international dating, there's at least some fascination with the other person's background or language, right? But here, the source explicitly states there is zero interest in any of that. It's a purely transactional setup. They aren't looking for a partner, they're literally just looking for a biological contributor. To really wrap your head around how stark this is, check out this direct quote highlighted by the source. "I want a baby with you, then you're gone." Japan Curious claims this exact sentiment is sometimes dropped on the very first date. I mean, imagine sitting down for coffee or dinner and that's the opening premise. It is the ultimate transaction. It leaves absolutely zero room for misunderstanding about what's being sought out of the encounter.
Which brings us to Section 3, the motivation behind it.
So, why? Why would someone engage in such a severe, zero-compromise arrangement? What drives a person to just bypass all normal societal rules about family and relationships? Well, the YouTube source dives into this, unpacking the core why that's allegedly fueling the trend. And the answer is rooted entirely in aesthetics. The stated belief driving all of this is that half Japanese children are more beautiful. That's it. That's the core motivation. The video asserts there's this incredibly strong belief system around the physical attractiveness of mixed-race children, and it's so powerful that it prompts these women to seek out foreign men purely to achieve that exact genetic outcome.
And it actually gets even more specific than just general beauty. What's really wild is the laser focus on one particular trait: bigger eyes. Yep, the source cites this exact physical characteristic as being highly desired. The deliberate pursuit of this specific aesthetic, literally just larger eyes for their child, is what allegedly motivates this entire transactional encounter, from the initial targeting all the way to those shockingly blunt first date ultimatums we just talked about.
So, as we wrap up our analysis of these claims, I really want to leave you with this question. What are the implications of such a purely transactional approach to family building? Seriously, think about it. If relationships and cultural exchange are totally removed from the equation and creating life is reduced to just selecting for specific physical traits like bigger eyes, what does that mean for the foundation of those families? It's a really striking claim from Japan Curious, and it absolutely makes us reevaluate our basic assumptions about dating, intention, and human connection. It's definitely something deeply fascinating to chew on today. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning the world around you.